Praise the Lord again. This is Bishop Walters again, and I'm back talking about the E factor, strengthening the male-female relationships. Now, I want to let you know something about the E factor. Now, there are various relationships that the E factor affects, because here it is. It could be me with my wife. It could be me with my daughter. It could be me with my sister or aunt or even grandma. Because you got to know, ladies give so much in a relationship, but I'm not going to focus on all of those other relationships. I really want to focus on the male-female romantic relationship. But please understand that as a teenage boy, and you don't have a dad in that house, and even if you do, you got to watch for signs of when mom goes there, and then be sensitive to mom. Now, you don't have to lose your manhood to have a solid relationship, and I'm going to do a whole lesson on that later. But I want you to be able to identify the E factor when you see it, okay? Now, again, let me go ahead and give you the definition. I've given it to you before, and let's do it again. What is the E factor? It is the observable fact that a female, most of them, tend to give so much of themselves within a relationship until there's nothing left. And after having done that, she continues to pour from a pitcher that is in need of replenishment. Now, please be aware that there are signs. And ladies, I want you to know that there are some signs that take place so that you'll know when you're there, because I know a lot of ladies today that don't know that they're there. And again, let me throw this disclaimer out. There may be times when I'm teaching this, and again, remember, I'm mainly focusing on men, but ladies, I also want to bring some information to you that will also bring healing and uplift you and bring restoration and replenish you as you so richly deserve. Now, there are going to be some times when maybe the way I phrase things, maybe the way I say things, I might say, you know, a woman this, or that might be offensive to you. I want you to truly understand that it is not my intention to be offensive in any way, shape, or form. I love women. I love all of you, and the reason why I wrote this book is because I love you. And so I may bumble over a few things in the manner in which I phrase it or say it. Take all the mistakes that I make and see them as someone that loves, okay? All right. I want to show you some signs that you need to look out for, you know, because of a lady that's in the state of what we call lost, you know, because there are signs. And I've seen them in my wife, I've seen them in my mom, I've seen them in my sisters, I've seen them in my cousins and various friends, and I've seen them in preachers' wives, I've seen them in politicians' wives, I've seen them in doctors' wives, and you know, and let me explain that real quick, because that is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. You ever see a young woman that marries an intern that's in medical school, and he's doing his internship, and of course, you know, during that time he's extremely busy with his books, he's extremely busy working at the hospital. Well, who's taking care of everything at home? She is. She's probably working another job just so that she can make sure the ends are met, and so that he can have the time to focus on his studies, to focus on getting his internship taken care of. Well, over a period of time, one of the things that takes place is, here he is, he's getting that education, he's going forward. She's giving so much to where they are going. Not where he's going, but where they are going, so that they can get ahead. She's putting so much and taking so many of the chores and the responsibilities, paying the bills, etc., that it gets to a place where there's nothing left. Well, she's in a state that we call or refer to as lost, okay? And how do you know that she's there? And this is the E factor, okay? When she gets to that state that we call lost. Well, There's a point where she might feel as if she has no direction. And she might also feel as she no longer knows who she is as a person in this world, or where she belongs, because guess what? She's given so much. Or as my wife did when my son was preparing to graduate from high school and I was writing one of my first books. She gave so much that she no longer felt a sense of self. And you know, well, what about me? You know, and so these are signs. Again, the first one I said, she may feel she has no direction. The other one is she may feel that she no longer knows who she is in this world, or where she belongs. There's another one. Sometimes you may feel as if you haven't accomplished that very much, when in the reality, you've done a whole lot. Just like the doctor's wife, she's made it possible for him to accomplish what he needs to. And there's another sign. This is a very important sign. When you get to the place where you feel that the male in your life doesn't appreciate everything that you're bringing to the table in the relationship, and he's just using it and abusing it, that might be a sign. If you're feeling totally unappreciated or used up and you're tired all the time, that might be a sign. When you know that something is wrong, but you don't know what it is, that may be another sign. If you're feeling totally unbalanced, and here's something that I found that was very interesting to me, because I was counseling and talking to some ladies, and I was telling them to look, take some time for you, draw a bubble bath, and get in there, get you a book, and kick back and enjoy it. They felt undeserving of something as simple as that. These are just a few signs to kind of help you know when you're in that place that we call lost. When you're in that place, it's time for you to replenish you. It's time for you to get back to you. Because when you lose you, the male in your life, we lose you. But the sad part about it, we don't know that we've lost you. And so, I want to encourage you to identify when the E factor, or you're at a place called lost.